guys? My name is Rage and I am back today with another video guide and playthrough for you all. We are going to be diving into the next two stages here for Doom Chapter 3. It's going to be nodes 3-4 and 3-5 using a 240k power team mixture of the Fantastic Four as well as the Avengers. So let's dive right into the characters we're going to utilize. First and foremost, because we can utilize the Fantastic Four, you bet we're going to be bringing on Invisible Woman here with her sustainability and her healing. As you can see here, I do have her at 62k here with the 4 red, tier 13. In addition, I do have the level 3 isolated healer because it does provide the team with active healing in addition to that nice boost in health for her. She's going to be really the core of our team, ensuring that we are protected and sustaining themselves. Next, you can see that I do have T4s in pull for special as well as all of her ultimate here, just to ensure that her special is getting the 2 negative condition cleansing, and as well it applies for 2 turns. Last but not least, also the offense down and barrier for 2 turns as well. So that's what we're going to be utilizing for Fantastic Four. Next, let's dive into the roster we're going to be utilizing for our Avengers here. Starting off with some protection, you guys. Captain America, he's going to be the battery for providing energy. In addition, providing defense up for our team, working hand in hand with Invisible Woman. And as you can see here, consistent with Invisible Woman, he also does have the level 2 ISO 8 healer. I have him at 45k and no T4s on his abilities, but he is at tier 12, which does boost his overall gear level and his stats. Next, you guys, we're going to utilize, especially Thor having his passive, being able to provide that extra DPS. As you can see here, I do have Thor at 45k with the 4 red. In addition, he's going to be doing a nice, decent amount of damage, especially with the striker here. So we're going to utilize that to complement Thor. And as you can see here, consistent with Captain America, we will not be utilizing any T4s on his abilities here. It's just not needed, honestly. Next, you guys. Hawkeye here for the extra damage, in addition to crowd control with his bleed and blind. I have Hawkeye here at 43k with the 4 red. In addition, working hand in hand with the striker, he's going to be applying the vulnerability with the Raider here, level 2, giving him that extra boost in health. And as you can see here, consistent, no T4s on him as well. So as you can see, we won't need a lot of T4s just because I'm trying to do this with a lower team if possible. And as you can see here, I do have Hawkeye at the tier 11 here. Which now leaves you guys, last but not least, really tying everything together here. It's going to be Black Widow. Having her at 42k, I wish she was higher on the yellow stars here. I'm currently farming her, but we're just going to make do what we got. With her, I do have the 3 red, and in addition, you guys, I do actually recommend, if you guys can get a chance to T4 this is definitely nice to be able to clear a negative from the Avengers. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it just because it costs the materials. But I have her at 42k here, and additionally, as you can see here, no T4s yet, but she is at tier 12. And in addition, her ISO 8 is going to be the skirmisher, working hand in hand with both the Raider as well as Thor's striker, really maximizing that damage, being able to provide speed up to the team. So there you guys have it. That is my 240k roster, so let's dive right into the gameplay. So diving right in, you guys, you can see the total power is just about 240k. So let's dive right in, you guys. Let's see what we're up against here. As you can see, we're going to face up against a almost perfect Sinister Six combination, which is going to be quite dreadsome for a lot of players. So what I'm first going to do, you guys, is I recommend taking down Dr. Octopus first, just because Dr. Octopus does provide a lot of sustainability for the team. Additionally, as you just saw, he's just summoned Shocker. So if we leave him out of control, he's really going to devastate our team and really be able to outpower us here. So we're going to go ahead. Thankfully, we did bring on Invisible Woman. She has the defense up. She can fly the offense down as well. So we're going to definitely utilize her. But from the get-go, you guys, we are going to go ahead and just start damaging, blinding, doing everything we really can against Dr. Octopus. As you can see, I just used Hawkeye to just apply the blind. But additionally, whenever we need to do is try to slow these guys down, apply the slow, especially thanks to Hawkeye. Unfortunately, from the very beginning, Juggernaut's going to get his taunt really early, as you can see right there. So at the beginning, it's really going to be important for us to maintain our speed ups. Thanks to Black Widow, it's going to be important to maintain our defense up thanks to Invisible Woman and really get through Juggernaut's taunt. Once that's done, we can actually go ahead and resume our damage. Fortunately, the more they attack us, the more it's likely going to trigger Thor's passive here, resulting in that retaliation strike. So either way, so as long as we're playing the defensive, we're going to get these strikes from Thor. So fortunately, our team does have very, very good sustainability. I've tested out with this roster. Very, very formidable, even despite us just soaking up damage against Juggernaut. So as long as Captain America is maintaining his defense up, generating energy for the team. As you can see, we just wiped out Mystique right there thanks to Thor's passive. And now it's just a waiting game, really, getting through Juggernaut's taunt, which is now over. Once that's done, you guys, you see that although we took out Mystique, thanks to that Shocker summon from Dr. Octopus, we're still at 12 out of 12 enemies left. So really, I'll reiterate my initial point. We really want to take down Dr. Octopus first out of this cluster. I know this has been argued, and I've seen a lot of Reddit posts on whether or not he should be the first one to take down, but it's because of the fact that Dr. Octopus provides so much benefit to the Sinister Six, and really, we don't want him lasting longer than he needs to. So fortunately, the more they attack us, like I said before, Thor is really going to be the key piece to really getting this done, especially with the lower team power. And thankfully as well, Invisible Woman's really going to be the one that's kind of shouldering the damage, really helping us, give us that buffer space in terms of getting this node unlocked with this team. So as you can see here, Swarm's pretty weak, Shocker's down. We just finished off Dr. Octopus, leaving 11 out of 12 enemies left. So we can go ahead and take down another. I believe we can take down another before the next wave spawns. So at this point, it's probably a good idea to start allocating damage accordingly before the next wave drops. So what you can do is you can try to weaken everyone else on here, especially with their power being significantly higher than us. And what you can do is you can start blinding them just to slow them down. Try not to take any of them out just yet, because we really do want to stall this as long as we can, especially since we have Invisible Women being able to apply offense down, really buying us more time to regenerate our energy back. Hawkeye's beautiful with his special, which is being able to take away their speed. In addition, he can blind to really stall them out. So as you can see here, and we just want to also save Black Widow's stun. As you just saw right there, I saved it for Juggernaut just to prevent him from being able to taunt again. Unfortunately, that did actually take out Swarm. So now that did spawn the next wave here, which does include Blob, Toad, as well as the Elektra. So in this case, you guys, we do want to be careful, but let's go ahead. Since Vulture is weak right now, let's go ahead and finish him off. Especially since what's going to happen likely is when they attack us, Thor is probably going to finish him off with his passive anyway, so we'll just let him do his thing. With 8 out of 12 enemies left, we are up against these last 4 now here before the next wave. So once again, I love Thor, what he brings to the table, especially his damage that's not really considered when he does that retaliation strike. Juggernaut's almost down, and at this point, again, Invisible Woman's just gaining so much energy and boost and speed up from Black Widow and Captain America working hand in hand. At this point, once again, similar to the previous wave, we're going to want to just slowly allocate damage here. See if we can bring these guys down without taking anyone out. Obviously, Thor's going to finish off Juggernaut eventually, but we really do want to just use our stun to slow them down. We really want to start chipping away at Blob because he's really quite tanky. I'm not worried about Toad just because he's squishy, and he really gets his impact from Blob, right? So as you can see here, I tried to stun, it didn't work, but that's quite all right because that actually doesn't spawn the next wave, so we can still have a little bit more time here. So watch for that, you guys. 7 out of 12 enemies left. The last wave does not spawn quite yet, so this is really going to be kind of micromanaging your waves, making sure that you still have enough time to really build up your energy before the next wave drops. So once again, Blob is squishier, so we're going to go ahead and just allocate some damage. And finishing a Blob off here, that does spawn the last wave and left us in a great position, because that's why we left Electro like that, because we can just finish her off right away. Now we can go ahead and focus Toad just because he is quite squishy. And what do you know? We didn't even need to finish him off because Thor did the job. once again, thanks to his passive. So I used a stun there to stun Sabretooth just to really slow him down. He does do quite a bit of damage if we're not careful, right? So at this point, I would recommend taking down both the Sabretooths before Rampage. Rhino, just because of the fact that, you know, he is quite tankier, especially the fact that Sabretooth is squishier than them. So, and I do believe Sabretooth does more damage than Rhino as well. So let's go ahead and finish them off. Once again, clutch for bringing on his passive damage, retaliation strike, really dealing that AoE. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, we've lost Black Widow, but you know, we're still in a great position right now. Thanks again, once again, due to this team's excellent sustainability, great crowd control combination with both Thor being able to stun, Black Widow being able to stun, and as well as Hawkeye being able to provide those blinds when needed. We'll go ahead, and once again, thanks to that Striker extra damage, we're going to focus on them. At this point, you guys, with the 2 Rhinos at the very end, at this point, I wouldn't consider you guys having any issue at this point, just due to the fact that Rhino is tanky, but he just doesn't have the offensive damage to be able to wipe out 3 characters of your team, let alone 4. So this time we can just take our time and go ahead and just slowly allocate and finish them off. But fortunately, like I said, as you guys can see from the footage, you know, it's very strategic in the sense of when you decide to take the enemies down, especially when the next waves pop, because there is a difference between taking down the enemies too fast and then being overwhelmed by these new waves, right? For us, we really cautioned ourselves. We really took our time taking them down strategically. First and foremost, it was taking down Dr. Octopus. Next, it was taking down his allies, and then really just focusing on the damage dealers. So thanks again, once again, to this amazing synergy of the Fantastic Four with Avengers. This actually helped me a lot in my Doom Chapter 1 as well. So that's really what gave me the idea. And it's nice because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are really gaining a lot of new respect for the Avengers, especially through the rework. And it's amazing how much they synergize now, especially with just how much sustainability they have. And when you add an Invisible Woman, she really does put them over the top. So we were very close in 3-starring this. Unfortunately, wasn't able to capture it on the footage, but hopefully you guys can gain some insight from this. This is gonna be the team I'm gonna be utilizing for the next 2 nodes as well, and I'll do my best to capture that as well as I can. But I know this was an issue for a lot of players, so I hope this was able to help you guys in your journey for the next stages of Doom. I'll definitely be documenting the rest as I progress here. Thank you as always for watching, you guys. I do appreciate your insight as well as your support, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.